G'day everybody, Brian from Prime Cuts Lawncare here. Just a little bit of an update. Sorry if I look a bit dishevelled and a bit wild and woolly, but I'm still not 100%. I've had COVID this last 2.5 weeks and it's knocked me around a little bit. I sort of started feeling ill around the 25th or 26th of April, and I've done a few rapid antigen tests, and yesterday I did another one and it came back negative, which is really great. I'm going to do another one tomorrow because sometimes they say you can get those false positives, but I know I'm not well. I'm still not 100%. So this week it's highly likely I'll just lay low for a little bit longer. Because talking to a few friends and even some of my customers have said, yeah, it can take longer just to get over it. So I'm not going to push it. It's better to be safe than sorry, but at least it's a positive. With regard to the test yesterday, positive, which it was negative, which is good. So it's still out there and it's still around, and I know in the Yasma and Bateman, even customers that I've emailed and service providers, they've said, service providers in Brisbane and Melbourne have said to me, yeah, it's going around in those areas as well. But I do want to say a very sincere thank you to everyone who's wished me the best, and I was in Doc Shane from dltlawncare live the other day, so thank you everybody for your kind words and kind wishes. I joined in on Ray's, it was either yesterday or the day before, and thanks Ray, thanks mate, for letting me in, and for all those people's kind words as well. I do appreciate it, and it actually lifted my spirits a lot. Like when you're ill for a while, it starts to get you down a little bit, and I'm generally a pretty positive person, but hopefully we've turned the corner now. But I can't single out any names because it's just been so many people. You know who you are, and I just want to say thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. So we're just going to go for a little walk. I just want to go across the road and look at the historic property, and just show you what I will be doing over the next, week or so, depending on how I feel later in the week and all that sort of thing. But it will be just cleaning up leaves, just showing you where the state of the season is now. It's autumn, coming into winter. Leaves are dropping and turning and alike. So we'll just go for a little walk, and then I'll come back to you. So just walking down the driveway, everyone, you can see crepe myrtles starting to yellow. We had a little showers of rain, and I can just feel little spits at the moment. But really what I wanted to show is autumn's really happening and coming into winter. So you see the leaves and the big oaks across the road turning, and then I can't remember the name of this tree, but obviously it's turning and the leaves are dropping, and I will, like I've done before, mulch those in. You can see the leaves on the road, but as I said before, I'm not doing anything for another couple of days because I'm still feeling a bit ordinary. But just walking across the road to the historic property, You can see the leaves on the nature strip, and we will get them. Grounds to, it's dry, but we've had the showers and stuff. And then if you just look up the side on the fence, they all get caught up in here, so I'll get them cleaned up. Highly likely I'll leaf blow them out and then mow them and mulch them up so that they go back into the ground. But you can see the grass is brown because it's been so dry and it's cooled down now. I'll just quickly go up into the the circle garden, which we've all seen before. I've had the sprinkler out on it, but it's hardly grown at all since I've been crook. But the other stuff I have to do is and it's just sort of lightly drizzling, is clean these leaves up, which I will do. I'll most probably rake these, and then whatever else is left over, I'll just put it under the hedge or to the side here. And then up the back, this big oak as well it's not at the stage of turning like the other two at the front, but you can see the yellow leaves in there. So just walking up the back, but there are leaves on the ground, and I think it was a month or two ago that I did the initial cleanup, but leaves are still dropping, and I will do a bit more of a tidy up here, a bit more of a leaf blow. But as I said, not today, not for a couple of days, not until I really start to feel better. But we'll get those and just progressively keep on top of them. The back here does need a tidy up mow, but it's not bad. So I'll get to that most probably when I do clean up the leaves. And then just walking back across the road, you can just see all the leaves and everything. I have to hurry up because there's a car coming. But yeah, it needs a tidy up here in the gutter. And as I said, I'll be mowing these these leaves back in. So it's the 14th of May. It's about 11 o'clock. It's about 13 degrees Celsius. I'm just not too sure what that is in Fahrenheit. So, and we had, I'm going to call it drizzle. So leaves on shrubs and plants, and it's a little bit damp on the ground. So if I was feeling healthy, I was going to do the leaves today, which would have been more difficult being wet, but that isn't going to happen because, as I said, I'm still not feeling 100%, but I'm above ground, and that's a positive. So just wanted to say a big thank you to Doc, Shane Spear and Sarah at DLT Lawncare. It's been about 5 years since I retired from my agribusiness banking job to now, and I'm been doing lawn care, lawn mowing. And Doc was one of the people who is instrumental in, whether you call it motivating me, teaching me, showing me how to do stuff. You know, the business thing or stuff, I know. I've been doing it for a long, long time. The administration, the finance, the books, all those sort of things. But it was actually the practical stuff. It was your mowing lines and your whippersnipping or your trimming. How to do that. Do you do that first? Do you do that second? You know, it's a case of, you know, what works for your circumstance. And, you know, just looking at different mowers, excuse me, how they operate. One bit of great advice at the early stage was get a good dealer. And I'm so fortunate to have a dealer here in Yass who does, and I did a lot of research, excuse me, bit croaky, did a lot of research on various mowers, and I chose the Bobcat because at that stage there really weren't any Skags or Ferrises. We don't have X marks, and my dealer is excellent. Yass Outdoor Power Centre are fantastic. They look after me very well, and that was a bit of great advice. And as I said, just the mowing techniques, you know, the going at your 90 degrees to get that even cut, to spread the grass out, all that sort of stuff, for me, has helped my business and has helped me do it better than the other guys. And that's really important. If you do it better than the other guys, you're going to win. So, and it doesn't matter. At the early stages, get the practical stuff right. Get the mowing, get the whippersnipping, because people watch. Just get that right. And then the other stuff will fall into place. You will get more business because people watch, people see. And, you know, you can do your marketing, and that's fine. I did free marketing. I used Facebook. I used what we call here Yellow Pages. I used Gumtree. I used Google Business. And that's still, all of them, still get me phone calls, still get me business. A lot I do turn down now because I have regulars. I have stepped up, let's call it, those customers and those, you know, whether you call them higher paying or more consistent, that's by the by. But that in turn has turned into regular income from regular customers, and that's really important. So I just want to say to Doc and Sarah, thank you, because you've helped me enormously. It's just been fantastic, and you know, you're not the only one, Doc, but you were the primary one at the start, and you know, the other guys, don't be offended by this. The other guys, I won't mention you here because this is principally about Doc and Sarah. But I've got to know them over the years. We do talk direct on Instagram, and we talk about stuff, and it's been fantastic. And I've got to know the people that both Doc and Sarah are, and they are good people. And as you get older, you get to know good people. So, or you know who good people are. So I can only wish Doc and Sarah all the very, very best, happiness and health. We won't be strangers. We will still talk, and we'll still talk shop. We will still talk mowing and lawn care. The other thing is, I think we need to see a bit of maturity out there, and grace, and humility. And maybe just take the temperature out there. If people do have comments, just be constructive. That's all you have to do. Have constructive criticism, and that's fine. And if it's in the right tone and manner and good grace, that's how it should be accepted. So anyway, I'm not here to lecture anybody. It's just to say thank you to Doc and Sarah, and hopefully I'll be feeling better over this next week or so, and then I can get some, let's call it normal programming will resume. So thanks everybody. Thanks again for all the good wishes. I do appreciate it very much, and I'll catch you soon.